Will the price of XRP go through the roof? Some people think that 2025 could be the year that Ripple's native token takes off like never before. With the crypto market heating up again and Ripple slowly winning its legal battle with the SEC, many investors are keeping a close eye on XRP. The price has been moving slowly for a while, but XRP has made big moves in the past when it needed to. As new information and long-term predictions come out, there's a growing sense that something big is about to happen. Some analysts are even pointing to charts that look a lot like XRP's last big bull run. Other analysts think that Ripple's growing partnerships with banks and other financial institutions could help push the token to new heights. But is all the fuss real, or is it just another case of pump and dump? This video will go over all the important signs, predictions, and events that could affect the future of XRP. We'll look at what experts think will happen in 2025, what could help or hurt the price, and what you need to know before buying or selling XRP. You should hear this because if the predictions are even half right, XRP could be getting ready for a big comeback. Stay with us as we break down everything you need to know about XRP's next possible move and why 2025 could be its biggest year yet. Ripple has been making powerful moves behind the scenes, and they're starting to show. Display the ongoing legal fight between XRP and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is one of the most important stories in the world right now. For years, this case has held XRP back, keeping it off of major U.S. exchanges and making investors nervous, but things are finally starting to change. Ripple has already won some court cases, and many lawyers think a full victory is likely. Soon there will be settlement. If Ripple wins or even just comes to a good agreement, XRP could be listed again on big sites like Coinbase and Robinhood, maybe even before the end of the year. That could cause a huge surge in demand, but it's not just about court wins. Ripple is also adding more ways to use it in the real world, especially in the payments made across borders. RippleNet is already being used by banks in a number of countries, and central banks are becoming more interested in digital currencies. More than ever, people are interested in Ripple's technology. Japan, the UAE, and even some parts of Europe are looking into using Ripple systems to speed up and lower the cost of their operations. If these real-world events keep up, the demand for XRP as a bridge currency could skyrocket. These successes are giving XRP strong fundamentals, which is something that not all crypto projects can say. It's not just hype, there are real partnerships, real use, and growing interest from big players. All of this is building a strong base for possible long-term growth. So while many coins are still mostly based on rumors, XRP is building something stronger, and that could be the key to a real price breakout in the months and years to come. Right now, the crypto market as a whole is showing signs of recovery, which could have a big impact on where XRP goes next. As usual, Bitcoin is in the lead, with strong momentum and rising interest from institutions as Bitcoin gains. When there is a lot of attention on a crypto market, it tends to rise along with it, and XRP is often one of the coins that benefits from that. We're already seeing more trading volume come back into altcoins, and XRP is starting to ride that wave. But what's really interesting is how stable XRP has been even during times of market uncertainty. While XRP's price has been moving in a narrow range lately, this is a pattern that usually happens right before a big move. Technical analysts are keeping a close eye on key resistance levels, because if XRP breaks through certain price points, it could mean a much bigger trend reversal. The RSI and MACD are also showing this, early signs of possible upside, and some traders think we might be on the verge of a breakout beyond the charts. Inflation is also affected by things that affect the whole economy. With the economy slowing down in some places, and the chance that interest rates will go down soon, investors are putting more money into risky investments like crypto. Adding more money to the space could bring even more capital, and XRP could benefit from that flow. The positive market sentiment, the progress in legalization, and XRP's strong technical setup all paint a pretty interesting picture. It's not a sure thing, but if you're keeping a close eye on this space, it's something you should definitely pay attention to. Have started to say what they think will happen with XRP in 2025, and let's just say that the numbers are making people talk about conservative figures. Put XRP between $11.50 and $3 by the end of 2025, assuming steady adoption and a good legal result. But some experts are going much further, calling it bullish. People are saying that prices could go as high as $5, $10, or even higher if Ripple wins its case, gets back its U.S. exchange listings, and sees a huge rise in its usefulness around the world. Those are big numbers that depend on a lot of factors, but what's important is that more and more people are taking XRP seriously. Many of these predictions are based on both technical analysis and real-world events. Fundamentals analysts have pointed out that XRP's price changes tend to be very explosive when they happen. Unlike some coins that rise slowly, XRP's price has a history of moving quickly in short bursts, often after long periods of trading in a flat line. This is exactly the type of situation we're seeing right now, and it has some traders on high alert. Analysts who look at charts are waiting for a breakthrough past resistance zones. If XRP breaks through those levels with a lot of buying activity, it could start a wave of buying that takes it to new heights. On top of that, if Ripple's partnerships keep growing, especially with banks and other financial institutions, that could make people want XRP as a real-world utility token instead of just a speculative asset. So whether if you're an investor looking at long-term value or a trader looking at the charts, the predictions for XRP in 2025 give you a lot to think about. Keep in mind that these are just predictions though, and that legal confusion is starting to clear up as people start to use the currency more. The future of rising XRP looks more exciting than it has in years. Let's talk about the main things that could actually drive the price of XRP will go up in 2025. The first event or factor that could make predictions come true is probably the outcome of Ripple's court case with the SEC. If Ripple wins the case completely or settles in a way that makes the status of XRP clear, that could cause a big change in how the market treats the token. A positive resolution could this means that XRP could be relisted on big US exchanges like Coinbase and Kraken, which would bring it back into the spotlight and make it easier for millions of investors to buy. Ripple has been slowly building partnerships with banks, payment service providers, and even governments. Its payment solution, RippleNet, and its on-demand liquidity service are two of the main reasons why it is being used. XRP is already being used in real-life deals. If these partnerships keep growing and more institutions start using XRP for quick, cheap cross-border payments, the demand for the token could go up.